Check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Testing 1 2. Mic check 1 2. 1 2. Testing 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Can't. Test 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check.
on the dot rather than 9:59. But thank you all so much for being here. Good morning. Welcome to the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. It's a beautiful morning and truly a great day for all of us. My name is Guy Bailey. It's been my honor to be president of this university since its founding in 2015. We opened our doors a little more than 4 years ago. So this is a great time for this university. I'll have to say we've had some great things happen here, and I've had some great things happen to me, but I've never been more excited than I am today. I think what we're going to announce today will have the largest impact of anything we've ever done, and I'm really grateful that you're here to share this announcement. Before we continue, I'd like to acknowledge some special people who have played quite a role in this. And so let me read their names, and if you'll raise your hand or stand up so everybody can see you. All of these people in one way or another are responsible for today. Our UT Regent, Dr. Nolan Perez, is right here in front. And you do not have to wait. You don't have to hold your applause for any of these people. Senator Juan Chuy Hinojosa and his district director, Carlos Gutierrez, is here. Carlos is here as well, yeah. Senator Eddie Lucio Jr. is here. State Representative Oscar Longoria and his district director, Daniel Morales, is here. Daniel, are you here? Yeah. State Representative Terry Canales and his district director, Alma Uribe. Alma, are you here? Yeah. Yes, thank you for being here. Our county judge, Richard Cortez, is here. I think Priscilla Duran is on her way from the governor's office. Clarissa Sanchez from Senator Cornyn's office. And a recent UTRGV graduate is here. And let's see, is Julian Whitaker here? Yeah, from Bobby Guerra's office. Thank you for being here. Edinburgh City Manager Tom Reyna is here. We have one of our partner school superintendents. As many of you know, we jointly operate an early college high school in Harlingen, and Art Cavazos, the Harlingen superintendent, is here. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Our state reps, I want you to thank all of them after this. We had a wonderful legislative session. Without this, and our senators, we couldn't do this. I mean, this event, the timing of this event is in part because of what happened in the legislative session. So on behalf of the entire university, I want to thank all of you here today for what you did. That deserves another round of applause. Alex Dominguez, is he? Oh, just came in. You're welcome. We have a representative from Brownsville. Thanks so much. Yeah. There's one other group of people I want to have stand, raise your hands so we can recognize you. Dr. Maggie Hinojosa. Maggie, where are you? And she is our VP for, stand up, for Strategic Enrollment Management. And I think our entire financial aid team is here. Yeah. Would you give them a round of applause? Without their work, none of this would happen. And so we owe them a great deal of thanks for everything they've done. So in any event, Maggie, thank you so much. Maggie's from Fremont, Texas, by the way, just up the road. And so it does a great job for us. When we opened our doors in 2015, we were charged with becoming the Valley's University. And 4 years later, our footprint does span the entire Rio Grande Valley. We've got more than 30 facilities spread across the valley from Rio Grande City in the west to South Padre Island and Boca Chica in the east. I guarantee you I drive all the time. I know they're spread out across the valley. And many of these are health clinics. Some of them are educational facilities, research facilities, but we really have spread our footprint across this valley. Furthermore, We strive to become the Valley's university by putting our students first. Remember, we had 5 strategic goals, but that first goal was student success, right? Having our students be successful, come to school and graduate with minimal debt. That's what we were all about. We also wanted to be the best educational value in the state of Texas. I want you to think about the term value for just a minute. Value is a combination of 2 things, quality and cost. We wanted the highest quality education, and quality is absolutely critical there at the best cost. And so within the past few months, a lot of what we have done has been recognized nationally by outlets like Forbes magazine, U.S. News and World Report, Washington Monthly, Money magazine most recently had some wonderful things to say about what we're doing. And as you look, you'll see on the board all of the accolades we've gotten nationally for what we've achieved in creating value, right? And value is a key thing there. Simply put, at UTRGV, we wanted students to be able to get a high-quality education without mortgaging their future. That's absolutely critical to us. We want you to graduate with as little debt as possible. High-quality education without mortgaging your future. But we're really just getting started, right? To affirm our commitment to quality, high quality, and low cost, I'm thrilled today to announce that beginning in fall 2020, UTRGV will completely cover the cost of tuition and mandatory fees. Let me read that again. Completely cover the cost of tuition and mandatory fees, right? Not just tuition, and mandatory fees for qualifying students who have an adjusted gross family income of $75,000 or less. Now, I think that deserves a round of applause. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And thanks to all of you who made this happen. Thank you. This program, which we're calling UTRGV Advantage, is the most expansive free tuition program in the state of Texas. We have the highest income ceiling, and we cover more than any other program. Now, this is available to all in-state undergraduate students, including incoming freshmen, returning students. There are a lot of returning students here. It's available to you, right? And transfer students. You meet the program requirement, and this is available to everybody. Now, what kind of impact is this going to have? Well, what we're estimating is that during the 2020 academic year, well more than half of our undergraduate students attending this university will pay no tuition or mandatory fees. Let me say that again. More than half. Yeah. And by the way, if your family income is between $75,000 and $100,000, we haven't forgotten you. About half of those students have reduced tuition and fees. So, in other words, yes, everybody under 75, and about half of those between 75 and 100. Basically, if you come from a working class or middle class family, you can come here and get a great education without mortgaging your future. This is, I think, truly a game changer for higher education in this state, and I couldn't be more excited for our students and their families. Now, at this time, I think it's appropriate for you to hear from one of our students. Ingrid De La Torre is, I want to invite you to the podium. She is the president of our Student Government Association, and it won't take you but just a minute to figure out why she's the president. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. It's a happy and very exciting Monday today at UTRGV. On behalf of the student body, I'd like to thank President Bailey and everyone else who made the UTRGV Tuition Advantage program possible. So once again, thank you all very much. I currently attend UTRGV tuition free with the help of grants, and I'm excited to know that my peers will also have that opportunity thanks to the UTRGV Tuition Advantage program. I would also like to thank UTRGV for the amazing value it provides to our students. Many of us are first-generation students from families with low-income households. But at UTRGV, none of that matters because the university provides us with a high-quality education at a very low cost. And then after we graduate, we have the opportunity to land great jobs that help transform not only our lives, but the lives of our families. It doesn't get any better than that. I am so proud that UTRGV is providing this opportunity to thousands of students every single day. Thank you again to everyone who made the UTRGV Tuition Advantage program possible. Have a great day.
At this time, we'd like to allow some of our public officials to speak because they helped make this happen. Without them, this wouldn't have happened. So please, I want you to speak to them individually afterwards and give them your thanks. But first, let me welcome Senator Eddie Lucio, our senior member of the delegation, who represents Cameron and also part of Hidalgo County. Thank you.
I'm so excited and emotional at the same time. I was reminiscing, Choi, when we were going to college in the old campus, and there was one building here, and they were working on the second little building. And to be in this beautiful particular building, and looking back at all of those that made an incredible difference, other presidents, other business leaders, educational leaders throughout the valley who came together to make the dream come true as it has today for so many. I myself, I'm one of 10 kids. We're all seniors now, except for my baby brother. But I can remember the struggles that my mom and dad had. It was just unbelievable. Just financial, emotional problems that came about as they tried to put us all through college. Finally, we did. 9 of us did graduate from this university and other South Texas universities, but that's another story. I'm here today to just let you know how I feel. I'm extremely honored to join with my dear friend Senator Hinojosa and these outstanding state representatives who I think every time I see him at the Capitol talking about the Valley and talking about, what we can do next, their chests are so, I mean, they're out here. And I'm going to be talking about a few of you as I share some remarks that I reduced to writing. Again, I'm honored to be here this morning for this momentous announcement of a program that will help countless Valley students achieve their dreams of a higher education. I'm pleased to join Dr. Guy Bailey, who was recently named Border Texan of the Year. Let's give him a big hand. He's a humble man. I was on the finance committee back in the 90s when he came and made an incredible presentation for Texas Tech. And I told him, I rushed out and I stopped him on the hallway and I says, I'm going to help you with your medical school. We're going to El Paso after that, but then we're going to land up in the Valley, and we did. And we got the best university professor in the country along the way. And today's announcement makes it clear why Dr. Bailey's commitment to the students of our region is on full display here today. When I first began my time in Austin as a state legislator, I envisioned a medical school surrounded by a world-class higher education in the Valley, bringing opportunities for our students who have to stay close to home too, and who wish to further their education. What began as a monumental task of improving access to health care through higher education with a strategic series of bills evolved into so much more. I'm pleased to report that since its foundation in 2013, the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley has made good on that promise to offer exceptional educational programs to a student population hungry and eager for opportunities. However, having a world-class university in our backyard means little to those for whom the cost of attendance represents a barrier to realizing their dreams. I've had the pleasure of knowing and working with a young man named Vicente here in the Valley, a 2006 graduate of Donna High School, whose dream is to be an art teacher, and he is an artist. He's been taking 1 to 2 classes at a time, only paying what he could afford on his own, and with little help. He's been at it for 13 years and hasn't given up. Today, Vicente is on the finish line, and I admire that he's never given up. So many students do in the face of insurmountable costs to achieve their dreams, as we know. An opportunity such as the one we're discussing today could help students like Vicente not just achieve their goal, but do so in a few years. Reducing these barriers has long been a priority of UTRGV, and with today's announcement, they take the boldest step yet toward realizing the goal of providing true access for all students in the Rio Grande Valley. Today, UTRGV does not just join other universities in our great state in offering free tuition to low-income students. It exceeds all other schools' efforts in offering the most generous package of student financial aid in all of Texas. In this way, UTRGV is again leading the way, this time in providing access to the transformative power of a college education to those who may otherwise be left out the university's gates. Of course, it is no surprise that UTRGV is on the forefront of this important movement. Looking around, I see some of the most dedicated educational leaders in the state, led by the incomparable Dr. Bailey. Their commitment to the students of our shared region cannot be matched, and I am incredibly grateful to have the opportunity to work with such steadfast advocates for the Valley. Veronica Gonzalez, former state representative who had the pleasure of working with, is just but one of those. Let's give her a big hand. The university's efforts have also been aided by statewide leadership, including Governor Greg Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, both of whom have been immensely supportive of UTRGV. The youngest member of the University of Texas family has come into bloom. They, along with the educational leaders in the state legislature and the University of Texas Board of Regents, have nurtured the dream of a world-class university in South Texas and allowed it to become a reality. And we're thankful for the newest regent to have been appointed to the board. I was honored to confirm Dr. Nolan Pettis, a regent of the UT system, this past legislative session. Let's give him another round of applause. If you don't know him, he's like a spark plug in a car. It won't go without him. But today is most important for someone who is not in this room. A student perhaps sitting in a high school classroom in Weslaco, San Benito, Raymondsville, or any other Valley town who had never considered that college was even a possibility. Today, that student and thousands like her who came across the Valley will learn that there is a community here in UTRGV committed to providing that opportunity that just yesterday seemed so out of reach. It is on behalf of these students that I thank Dr. Bailey and the leadership of the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley from the very, very bottom of my heart. May God bless us all. Thank you.
Now would you welcome Senator Juan Chuy Hinojosa. Senator.
Good morning. I'm always happy to be here at this beautiful campus since I graduated from what used to be known as Pan American in 1970. At that time, we used to call it Taco University. But it was a university that we could compete with any other university here in the nation. And now look what a beautiful campus we have here today. I would say that education is the best equalizer we have in our society. Education gives you knowledge. Knowledge gives you power, the power to succeed. But to have that education, it needs to be affordable, accessible. Right now, many of our students are drowning with student debt. But this program was a great program. Working together, I really congratulate President Bailey, his team here at UTRGV, what they were able to do. It all takes teamwork. For us in the Texas legislature, working with the delegation, Senator Eddie Lucio, this last session, we increased funding for UTRGV general academics by $10 million. We increased funding for the medical school by over $20 million. We put $80 million in the Texas grants that now total almost over three quarters of $1 billion available Texas grants. It all takes teamwork, fundraisers, the state, local, alumni, to working together to make education affordable. I think to myself, I was the oldest in a family of 8. We didn't have this program back then, but President Bailey, it was $75 a semester back then, okay? But for me, I'm just very happy to be at this beautiful campus. Every time I come and visit, I get nostalgic. And yes, Senator Lucio, we only had a couple of buildings here. We used the old high school across the street there as the business administration building. So we've come a long way, and we still have a long way to go. But this program of free tuition and books and fees for a family that makes $75,000 or less is really, really a big deal. It's really going to have a tremendous impact for us here in the Valley and continues to show the leadership that we have here. Thank you, President Bailey, and thank the UTRGV administration and the staff. Thank you.
As I said, we couldn't do this without the generosity of the legislature, and Senator Hinojosa just laid out some of the things that were done. So we deeply appreciate everything that all of you have done. So thank you so much. Now this concludes our event. If you're with the media and would like to conduct interviews with any of us, including I'm sure our elected representatives, to the side here, I think is where we have space set up. In the meantime, we encourage all of you to stay and celebrate this milestone day. There are refreshments over here. And again, we want to thank you for your presence today. We're experiencing tremendous success at UTRGV, but this is a team effort, and none of this is possible without all of you. Thank you so much, and have a great day.